All right, welcome back. North Lincoln basketball. North versus East. We're going to start lineup here for North Lincoln. Today I got special guests Cody and Tim Chandler doing the color commentary for us. Hey, thank you. Thanks, guys. They're the basketball experts. If you've listened to the other games I've done, you know that's the game. Especially when I say they're in some kind of defense. North is at corner, same starting lineup. Of course, East is just right across the county. And we got the tip-off, which is won by North. The camera guy missed it. And Cody, what's it look like East has got going here? Man-to-man defense?
Yeah, man-to-man. Looks like giving up middle drives right here. But
yeah, and there we got Lineberger's going to miss the opening shot. Now, we know some of these East guys. We can call their names. That's Houston Hartzell on the ball now. A couple of them I don't know. And North is in man.
Yep, North's in man right now.
And obviously Jackson is their leading scorer in the conference, number 24 for East Lincoln.
Good
Then we got a steal there by Sanders. Back to Ingstrand. Long pass up to Carr. That's going to be easy bucket for him.
They do that a lot.
Yeah, they definitely, right? I mean, we're good at that.
Yeah, they could do that more. I liked what the East comes out in, though, right here. All this screening action.
Yep. Easy one to
yeah, Bannon down low.
Bannon down low. But they do a lot of movement with a lot of screens.
Yep.
It's Lineberger coming down the line with a layup. That baseline, that's like his best move, right? That's what he's the most comfortable with.
I think they come back down here in the same set. Yeah, because they just brought him off that last time, off that flex cut, and then he faked it.
Steal by Carr. He tries to throw it out of bounds, but Sanders is going to grab it. And you got Carr and Sanders standing 4 inches apart. There's Hebner working on Fanning, but they're a lot taller. He's going to miss that one.
Yeah, that was good defense. Way to collapse on him, for real.
But yeah, like you were saying, they were right. If he was getting driven on, they were going to come to help defense.
Yes.
And that kid, the number 12, he plays quarterback. He moved in this year.
He had a good first half.
Yeah, and he's been good. He's their second leading scorer. Look out to Ingstram. He's going to drive, go up, and he steps on the camera person, it looks like. As we drive on down, it looks like Ingstrand's still on the ground. And it's going to be a timeout here. And yep, he's still down. And the trainer's over there looking at him. Hey, Cody, how are you calling the game? I just saw you checking on Ingstrand. All right. Well, it looks like Ingstrand went back to the locker room, so they're going to bring in who they bring, Caleb Kidd in. And we'll see what happens now. And
throws it straight out of bounds.
Throw it right out of bounds. And Ingstrand's been a key. For those of you who don't know, he played at East last year. And the last 2 years, actually. He transferred this year. His mom moved right next to the school, and he transferred over to North. And has been having really a great year. He's been a big cog. Yeah. Rebounds a lot, hustles a lot. And that's going to hurt us if he can't come back in.
Carson's like the type of kid that no matter what school or what team he was on, he's just a really good plug-and-play guy.
Right.
Like, everything he brings is...
What they call a moving screen on Tanner.
Yeah. He's gotten a few of those this year.
I know.
You'd rather have him moving, though, than just being a statue all the time.
Correct.
It's easier to tone that back than it is to say, like, hey, actually hit somebody.
Right. Yeah, we've discussed it before in college and in the pros. Those guys cheat all that the referees will let them do. It's a good drive. Carr fighting for the rebound. Bounce pass up to Caleb, but a bounce pass into Lineberger's shin, who then throws it back court. All right, so far since we've been kind of in chaos since Carson went out, our offense kind of fell apart.
Passes.
Yeah.
3 for North.
3 turnovers, exactly.
And no bucket.
Yeah. So it's 6-4 East. That's a good shot. That little
Yeah,
hook shot. I mean,
That's
we're
a tough
not,
shot to hit.
yeah, and if he's going to keep making that, it's going to be trouble. Got a good matchup there but we don't set
We're
any
not
screens. I
moving.
mean, we're kind of stuck.
Way to chest up there.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
North
really
has
gotten
kind of
to-
struggled. Well, we're going to drive in, ditch it off. It's going to up. Tanner's going to wind up
Squeeze,
getting that,
yeah,
but that
squeeze
could have
that
been a
through.
turnover. Yeah, their guy kind of bobbled it. Now, interesting. Now they got their point guard, who's probably 5'10", guarding Carr 6'4", 6'5". I mean, I'm sorry.
And run that action again.
Yeah, this is pretty nice.
Yeah, East has ran every single time down the court. They've got into that action, and you can tell that that's what they're trying to do.
Right. And we're going to kind of force that, get an air ball. So really, since North was ahead and Carson went out, our offense is really struggling.
What do they got here?
As a turnover, and I'm not sure what's going on with the referees. Something with the clock, I think,
Okay.
was happening here.
East doesn't press.
Yeah,
That would surprise me some.
Press us at all.
From the times I've watched East play this year, I don't think I've seen them press.
So we got.
Same five.
So they've made a couple substitutions. We get a little screen there. It gets Sanders free down the line to
They call
Hebner.
push?
Yeah, they pushed him going down the baseline. So it's 10-6, East Lincoln. And this year, East Lincoln is
They just
10-6, and North is 13-3 at this time.
looks like they just made some subs too.
Yeah, Christian is in, number 3, who's probably their quickest and best ball handler.
Yeah,
He-
he's a really good
yeah,
player. He's
yeah,
really
he-
hard to stay in
He's
front
on
of.
Sanders, but Sanders gets a 3-pointer. That's good.
That's a good shot. What they got here?
I think this is the clock.
Still the
again.
clock?
Yeah, because East gets the ball back inbound on the side. Something's going on with the clock, but it's 10-9. Yeah, they changed the time. I think the clock didn't run. Super professional here in Lincoln County. Yeah, things are only done the right way. They're going to inbound to Christian. He's a sophomore, I think.
Yep. Transferred from Lincoln.
And they're setting up down low. They get into that guy a lot. Number 12. Going to get a
Good hands.
tap. They're going to save that. That comes to
Oh.
Jackson. He's standing
Yeah, he's
right
looking
at-
aggressive.
Yep, and he hits that. Ties right on him, but he hits that anyway from almost
Yeah.
the volleyball line. That's his
Doesn't
first 3, and it's
Doesn't
been a
need much
while.
room.
No.
The space ever since Carson went out, the spacing in transition has not been.
And
Great.
Sanders is going to dish it down to Hebner with a good cut.
That's a good pass.
Yeah, they're
Pushing Kellen right out of that.
yes,
that
they're. He's just getting pushed around right now. Oh,
Good hands.
but he's going to get that steal. He's going to go up, and then
That was tipped.
they call this a jump ball. I'm not sure what happened. It's hard to watch it in fast time.
Yeah.
He definitely deflected it. They got back good on defense after the turnover.
And the rule is if that offensive player is in the air and the other person gets their hand on it,
There's
it can
jump.
be a quick jump
Quick,
ball.
yeah,
those
yeah,
those look quick, but if they thought he was in the air and the ball was his hand is on it, it should be
Right.
an automatic call.
I'm sure if we had the audio on, we'd hear Woody yelling at the referee about that.
They
And
call
that's
that
a-
travel, though.
That's a deep 3.
Houston's going to pick up a deep 3. He's going to miss that.
Still having clock
And
trouble.
again, they're just struggling with the clock here. But we got a minute 59 left,
And they're talking about putting a high school shot,
Shot
clock
clock
in.
in,
Oh
yeah.
man.
which is another employee.
Yeah.
Somebody else that's got to
But he's
operate
got the
something.
ball.
Oh, I know what they called. They called a foul on
On Caleb. The pool.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
pulled back
On the fast
Houston
break.
after he shot that 3. He pulled him around
Get
the shoulder.
fast break.
Ty Chandler checks into the game.
Yep, he is in. He's a freshman. He's in. Who went out?
Another one from Houston.
No, Caleb's still in. Houston hits that one, lets the crowd
Tanner.
know it.
Tanner go out? No, Tanner's in.
No, Tanner's in. Now Caleb's going to drive down baseline, throw it to them.
Hebner went on.
Yes, Ben Hebner checked out. Here it gives a break for East, but they're going to work it back out. They're looking to get threes open all the time,
It's a good shot.
and that's another $1. If you're from Lincoln County, you probably know there's been about, 3 or 4 of those guys.
Yeah.
All played at Lincolnton. They got one playing at Lees McRae right now,
His release looked really good on that. That's what I was impressed with.
and he's got a lot taller. He used to look kind of chubby.
And he got an in-game dunk, I think.
Yeah. He
Couple
can
games back.
dunk. Yeah, he's pretty athletic. His brothers are definitely athletic.
Yeah.
So I think he'll grow into a little bit more athleticism. Like, he looks a lot leaner now.
Hebner
And-
comes in for Sanders.
That's a deep
Now
one off
Ty's
the
still in.
bounce.
Oh, nice shot there by Chandler.
That was a big one.
Yeah, because
Shot
they
that with
keep pulling away
confidence.
from us. But we got Zane in now. So Zane came in for Caleb.
Good slip.
Yep.
Good
And that's
kick.
going to be back out to Houston. He's open. That's going to be short. Sanders up to Zane. He's going to get tipped away and stolen.
Yep.
I mean, it's been the turnover factory for North Lincoln here, really. And that's going to be another long three. That's going to be
That was.
off the backboard. That was the opposite of the last one
Yeah.
he shot.
You see, he didn't really quite hold his release the same
Carr
way
get-
as that
Carr
last
gets
one.
Good
Mm,
pass.
and that's a charge. So Carr gets a screen, but he's not getting open rolling around it, and Tanner wasn't open on the return. So what's going on with? Well, how are they defending that? That he can't beat the man
I think the
around it?
spacing there could have been a little bit executed a little better, in my opinion. I think that it got a little bit tight, and some of those other guys were able to come over and jam it up.
Because he runs that pick and roll with Tanner a pretty good bit,
Mm-hmm.
and usually gets it back to him. He's usually wide open. Of course, we're playing teams that got 4 wins, so it's a little different. Even though
He needs to get more separation from his roll. He just rolled and took one step. And stopped.
correct. That's a good drive. Won't
That's
go.
a good take.
Yeah,
Yep.
won't go in.
Like we were talking about.
And this is the end of in the quarter. He's gonna off the front iron, but that was a good look.
It looked good off his hands.
So first quarter is over with. We're starting the second quarter. It's really been a game of turnovers for North, and East is playing well. Really, I mean defensively they got us disheveled, and they're tight. Look at them bumping Sanders. They're just bumping Carr. They're not letting those guys get open. Carr's gonna look to drive. Stops. Gonna be a risky pass into the middle, and it's another turnover.
I like him shooting those right there.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's taking one shot.
Yeah, he's right
You
there,
know?
just outside the paint.
Right, he's averaging 17 points a game, and we don't have him shooting enough. That's going to be a nice kid. Yeah, that guy's. I've been noticing the stats. He's been scoring a lot more. And that's going to be Chandler again from 3. That's going to come short, and rebounded by East. And Houston on the drive. That's not going to go. That was kind of risky. Driving on a much bigger man in. Carr's going to pull up for 3. That's off the back iron. He's going to fight for the rebound. Can't get it. We're on the floor. It's going to be a breakaway for East. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to call timeout and talk about it. 23.
2 quick shots.
Yeah,
Not horrible. Got your shooter shooting, but
correct. That's going to be Sanders for 3. That's good.
it's that one to go.
Yeah, we finally got off of that guy a little bit. Davis Hill, he's guarding him pretty tight.
It's been a quarter. He's only taken 2 shots.
East is running a ton of screening action
Yeah,
here.
and they got
Every time down.
yeah, and they start off with Davis Hill and Jackson on the baseline, right? So they can screen them to pop out for 3. That's going to be a
Oh, by
turnover.
Yeah, those are good
Yeah.
ones.
Give it back to
Good
him.
hold, good crash on that.
Carr gets in, gets a nice little floater. Just got so much height on those guys. If they let him get to that spot, he can score.
Yeah.
Oh, another push.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a foul on Hebner.
Another good poke up top.
Down 4.
Yeah, they kind of stayed ahead the whole game. North's made enough turnovers to ensure they can stay in it. These guys shoot better free throw percentage than us as a team. Because Jackson shoots most of their free throws.
They're falling out.
That's Lyle or Riley?
Football kid, I think.
Yeah,
right?
he's a But he's played basketball every year too.
Yep.
And so we still got Hefner, Lineberger, Carr, and Chandler and Sanders in the game. Again, it doesn't look like Carson, I think, is back on the bench. But he doesn't have a shoe on. He's got ice on, so that doesn't look like he's going to come back this game. Well, they missed that one.
Spacing again.
Yeah,
End up getting a double screen. Just a little late in the clock, right? If they can
Right.
get into that action a
Oh.
little earlier.
They're going to call that reach over on Carr. That's his
His
second. And, Coach Fry's, I say old school. I'm not a basketball traditionalist. I got these guys. What do you guys think of, I don't think Carr comes out right now, but traditionally Coach Fry has taken him out with 2 fouls in the first half and set him the rest of the time. So let's see if I think we did make that. Yeah, Carr is on the bench now, and it's likely he could stay out this whole time. So, he leads the team in every category. So what's your guys' opinion on
I'm,
benching that guy right then?
time and score is always important when you're trying to make that decision.
Right.
And there's both sides are both really, there's good arguments for both of them. But sometimes leaving them in can be a good option. It's
Right.
risky. I've heard some people say if he's going to foul out, he's got to foul out. The ref's got to do it. I'm not going to foul him out. So I think there's truth
Right.
to that as well. But there is a risk.
Yeah, and you guys have a lot more basketball experience than me, but I agree with that 100%, And obviously I'm a Duke fan, and, I watch games where Cal Filipowski gets his second foul, and they don't take him out. The coach says, look, you can't get a third, but we got to have you in there. And Sanders is going to be short on that mid-range.
You have to look at history. Kellen never fouled out.
Right.
Has he not?
No, nope, not this year. And I don't remember it last year either.
Even when he's gotten too early.
Yeah. And but traditionally, I don't know if he'll do it this time or not, but he'll leave him out the rest of this quarter. And I'm with you. It's a 7-point game. We're making lots of turnovers, and he's our best rebounder and our leading scorer.
Going down 10 and a half.
And we've already got Carson out. Yeah. I don't want to be down 15 at the half.
Right, that's hard.
And I kept my best player on the bench the whole time because I just want him in the fourth quarter. But
That's a great
Man, they
pass
just-
right there.
they got us. Guys,
They're driving with more space. So let's
Correct.
see here.
right.
I handling the ball.
So who did we bring in? We brought Caleb back in for when Carr checked out. There's Sanders going to step left, and that's
a nice
good.
shot.
So
Right
he-
side got to take over.
right. Well, he shot twice, well, 3 times, so he missed that mid-range, but he made those back-to-back threes there. But yeah, they're Houston looking to drive a little bit more. I think now that Kellen's out, you take a 6'5" guy out,
Yeah.
you start thinking, well, I'm not as scared to drive in the middle as much. Right, so it's 6 points. We're still hanging in there. 347. Like I said, Carr's on the bench. Not to mention Carson Ingstram's on the bench. So we got 2 starters sitting down. They're going to bring in Eli Sipe, the football quarterback. For those of you that watch football.
This time we got Ty Sanders.
And we took Chandler out and we put Sipe in. Yes, we're playing 2 starters.
That's a good
Sanders gets
play right
beat on
there.
that play, on that switch. He stayed with him, but he didn't stay what I call
Yeah.
goal side.
Yeah.
He was next to him, but the goal was still open. So North is really searching for some kind of offense here. They're going to double up on Ben, but they're going to foul him.
That's a travel.
Oh, they did call that a travel.
That's a travel. That was terrible.
No, they did on this one. They call a different one a travel, and it's funny though because that's the same footwork.
No, they called that one a foul because
Yep.
North has the ball there.
But you'll see they call another one.
Correct.
It's
It's
the
in the same
footwork.
area too. Yeah, that pick up and
Mhm.
one step. But North's going to do the same inbound. It scares me a little sometimes. Sanders going to think about it. He doesn't shoot it. Goes out to Kidd. Back to Sanders. But you're right. There's just not a whole lot of movement going on. And
Good drive.
little floater. That Hefner's good at that. It won't go, but he gets tackled. So that's going to put him on the line.
Yeah. Back after the rebound.
Right. That's going to put Hebner on the line. He's been a good free throw shooter. this year. But North as a whole has been terrible free throw. We're like in the 60s as a team. Part of that is because Sanders is shooting 52%.
Kellen,
Which is better than last year.
Yes, it is. It is an improvement. Yeah. He's been on the Shaquille O'Neal plan, working out, shooting. And there we go, 50%. Rebound there for East. And East is probably happy with this. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
North is averaging 79 points a game. And what are we on, 20-something right now? It's almost halftime. So they got to be pretty happy with, you know, thinking, hey, we can win this game. We hold North in the 50s. This is a game we can win.
Come on, buddy.
Sanders is back out. He's calling for a
Yeah.
clear out. He's got Jackson on him. He knows he can dribble by him. He's gonna dish right
Good
into
pass.
Tanner because right there, see, they know Jackson's gonna struggle, so they're bringing help, right? Like you said earlier.
Yeah, they're bringing that help, and what I would like to see Fannin do in those situations is to at least make the ball handler uncomfortable.
Correct.
You know.
And he's giving them center. And I know from my dealings with you, you'd rather him show him the outside
Yeah, I mean,
than the center because
Yeah.
that opens up a lot more.
yep.
That pass, that mid-range, or to go to the basket.
Yeah, depending too on, you know, there are some give up middle defenses that have, you know, as long as you have the help there, but I just make them a little more.
It's another
uncomfortable.
shot with Jackson, and they got a pretty good screen there. You see Sanders trying to fight over that, but that was his most open shot yet. Here we go again, same thing. Sanders going to drive again middle and get the little floater to go.
That's a really good high pickup there. See if they go back to that if that's the matchup.
Or he just needs to talk more on the screen or switch.
Oh, yeah, they're running Fannin everywhere
Oh.
through these.
Yeah, and he gets over late, and that's going to be a block. That's going to send Houston to the line.
That's not a bad call.
No, it's 6 points. I mean, they're going to call that charge. That block most of the time.
Mhm.
You got to be there on the charge. And didn't the college really change the rule where it made it even harder to get a charge?
Yes, they did. Got it to go.
But it's this first packed house of the year. Even Lake Norman game wasn't this crowded because East brings a lot of people.
Yeah, this atmosphere is awesome.
Yeah, they bring a lot of people. And we had a lot of students show up.
Yeah, both student sections are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler came back in for
Caleb?
Caleb, yes.
Yep.
Yep. So we're really doing a lot of, what hurts, we got Carson out, and
Both rebounders. Both
Yes.
the best rebounders on the team.
correct, and our tallest player, both sitting on the bench. It's going to be Tanner, a little handoff there, back to Hebner. He probably likes this. He's got
playing too
Jackson
much with
out
the
on him, but he's giving him a lot of space. Gets a screen there from Sanders, but he's going to drive, and that's going to get blocked.
Yep.
He just goes in there.
ball.
Jackson might not be the quickest, but he's still tall.
And that's a really good shot
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
crazy. I mean, he's got a guy on him. It's a nice little step to the side separation, but yeah, he's made some tough ones already.
Timeout.
I think so, yes.
Just under a minute to go.
Yes, he did put Kellen. So Carr is back in. So he set out about 4.5 minutes.
Yeah,
And I don't think the score changed that dramatically.
right. So you got to be happy, I guess.
Yeah,
with
we
that.
got to be pretty happy. It's about the same as it was, 6 or 8 points. There's Lineberger down the line trying to get that over to Chandler. Yeah, it's 10 points actually. So we only, having Carr on the bench for 10 minutes and Carson and only giving up 2 points isn't that bad. But you only got one more half of basketball.
I think Dollar just checked back in too.
Yep. Sanders going to kick it out to an open Chandler, and he's going to rattle that one in. So that's 2 for him, I believe.
Yeah. That's a
Tie
good
shooting's
drive.
gotten a lot better. I used to laugh at him a year ago when he worked out with my tie. It looked like he still had to heave it, to kind of get there.
Yeah.
Getting a year older and stronger makes a big difference. All right,
This is a good.
now that's an elbow to the chest. Then Chandler puts his hips in. And
Some of the fans are letting the
Oh
ref
my
hear that one.
gosh. Yeah.
I thought that was good defense, and I thought with Houston, he handled the ball fine there too. I just think a no call in that situation is
Right.
fine. They're both getting physical with each other, but
yeah, and I think that our kids don't do the push off enough. I think
Right.
Ty doesn't dribble or Kellen doesn't
Kellen,
dribble
yeah.
out with that arm enough, because they let you get away with it. That was a good evidence, They're letting
Yeah.
you push the guy And they let it go twice. You're right. The best call was just let it play out.
Let it play out. Nothing happened.
Right. But the fans were definitely on that one. It got a little ruckus. You're in the area of Woody. Josh Ingstrand's up there too. He's been known to say a few things. We got Chandler on the point here. We got Carr back to it. And you're right. When Carr goes left, this is going to end.
That's the end of the quarter.
I thought that was at the end of the half. And that was a good look for the end of the half, and it just wouldn't go. You know, we got one of our good shooters shooting it. So we're back in the second half. And East, like I said, they got to be happy where they are now. Up
One of the main starters again.
9 or 10, yeah. All except for Ingstrand.
Caleb.
So Caleb's in the game.
Good cut.
Yeah, East is running. Jackson is posted up. Sanders is going to get a tip on that. It looks like they're going to kick that off to Hebner. He's going to Euro step in that. In transition, see how much we look a little bit more offensively fluid in transition. And we struggle in the non-transition. So here goes some pressure for the first time by North. That's going to work.
Save.
Yep, going to kick it out mid-range for Lineberger. It won't go. Fought for by Carr. Picked up by Caleb. Kicked out by Hebner. It's kind of off. Back to Sanders. He's going to hit a three. And we're right back to the press. Oh, my goodness. There we go again. They're making it look easy. Back to Sanders. Oh, the roof will come off. That's in and out. It did not go. He was feeling pretty hot. I think that's the first three he's missed this game. But
yeah, that in the mid-range, I think those are the two misses he's had.
back.
They're screening. Here
They
comes
screen,
Fannin.
and then he gets a screen, and he's
Another
open,
one.
and he's wide open too that time. But they definitely scored down low. They could have kicked that one out. He got open. Sanders going to dribble in. Oh my gosh.
Drops it off.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to Caleb. He missed.
Yeah.
He can't get the layup to fall.
They collapsed well there.
Probably going to shoot that. He does. That's going to be in and out.
Look good. That was far.
Yeah, and he was open. Maybe he needs to go back to the super guarded shots. Sanders dribbles right by. Little reverse layup. That's good.
I think that's the first time he's drove without a help defender being flown at him.
Right, yeah. Which it made it look wide open then for sure.
Cut 'em off.
Good pressure. They kind of had it there. They're going to get 2-on-1. Try to wrap around. Carr gets a piece of it. Fanning is open for three.
Yep. Lost him in transition.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
shot.
Nobody on him there. Left him open. He's made at least four.
So it looks like North's in more of like a 5-out now.
Yeah. That's going to be a three. That's going to be off. Rebounded by East. Yeah, so in your guys' opinion, I mean, East is running a much more structured, play-based offense, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, guys are gonna go to a certain position and do this. Where North is running a lot more not that.
Yeah. Two a lot of different styles here. Two different styles. Is that off by Fannin?
Yeah, it was in the corner. He was pretty well contested
pretty
on
good
that
look.
one. We were on him, or North player was on him pretty good. Chandler's going to check in for Sanders. Yeah, but I found out he asked to come out. You know, and I know you guys have been going to the games.
Good
Sanders
cut.
didn't play in the last game. He's been sick for 4 days. Yesterday's practice was the first day back, so I did hear that he was asking to come out during that time.
That was a really good cut right there by Hefner.
Mm-hmm.
So they are in that 5-out.
Sweet.
East is still running their screener
Oh.
action.
The help is way too slow.
For the
Way-
North
for the-
defense.
Way too slow.
But they cut it to 5, so within 3 minutes we cut it down. That press seemed to help a little bit, got a couple turnovers.
Setting something up.
Yeah, see, whatever the fist pound is.
Yeah.
It must be a drive, right? Because
Yeah.
they kind of cleared out and
They
left
used
him
Fannin
back.
as a decoy
Oh.
there, coming off that other side.
Carr almost lost that. Snuck up behind him, going to throw it outside. He goes back inside. Throw it away again. Yeah, it looked like he should have caught that, but he just
Yeah.
something happened. I mean, it wasn't right to him, but 4 minutes in the third quarter. Yep, he checks back in. He's had Jackson duty most of the game, if him or Hefner. But
Yeah,
really,
if you look at, you know, and Kevin, you being a soccer guy, can appreciate how, you know, the time of possession, that's a key stat. I know they keep in
Oh,
soccer, right? And I think if you looked at that right now, I think East would be winning that.
oh yeah,
They've had a lot of possessions where they've gotten 4 or 5 screens before a shot happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, a lot of it's same's true with both those sports is ball movement. The more the ball moves, the ball can move faster than a player, and the more the ball moves, the more the defense has to react to it. You know, and the more you're stationary and you're not moving and the ball's not moving, it's easier to defend.
Yep.
Right? If you're a basketball player, it's got to be easier. Hey,
That's
guys
right.
just stand out there dribbling, or if they're just passing it around the
Yep.
3-point line, you know, I'm not moving much. Sanders makes his first one. He makes his second one, but they called. Could he not step inside that 3-point line?
I didn't see what happened. He's not allowed to. No,
Oh, that's what he did then, because he
Okay.
was back at the 3-point line. He
Yep.
wasn't on the free throw lane. So that's what because they definitely called it on. They pointed and called it on 4. We got a long clear out
3
here.
on 2.
Yep. Gonna spin. And that won't go. Carr fights for it, but Hefner gets the rebound. Going to go up to Sanders. He's going to shoot 3.
Got
Good.
it. It's good footwork.
And again, they're going to press. I'm not sure. I don't know about this press. That's a good pass there. Inside. He's going to make it happen.
Yeah, those are, I mean, back-to-back 3 on 2 possessions.
Yeah.
Breaks right there for East out of that
But
press.
I know it cuts the sideline off. That pass is harder to pass.
Right.
The dude in front of him than side.
I feel like I've watched a couple. If you watch the Elite platform, you can Google them, and they show a lot of games. And there's like 4 Cabarrus games on there. And you watch them. I watched part of one with Tim. You know, their press isn't anything
No.
extraordinary when it comes to tactics, but their work rate is off the chart.
Yeah.
And their anticipation, the guy off the ball intercepts a lot of passes. And sometimes I feel like our work rate doesn't match what theirs does.
They're reading the
Nice
second
little
pass
drive
well.
floater
Yeah.
there.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, because he's got a big guy coming on him. That's a nice little shot. Every time North's cut it down, they've managed to stay on. Sanders is going to get pretty much fouled, and they don't call that, but they're on him.
They ran a nice screenplay there, but I just don't
Yeah.
think they hit anybody.
Right. And I like the aggressiveness as a player when I played in college. Not basketball, obviously, but a lot of times the most aggressive team wins, you know, and got to be aggressive. So East is playing a little bit more aggressive this game, especially on defense, especially on our guys that have been scoring, you know, on Carr, on Sanders.
We talk about possession here. You'll see East has went to this right here just to have some possession. They go to that little
Oh, they're kind of
action
slowing
up
it down a
top.
little bit, yeah.
I mean, they've probably had the ball already for 20 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
kind of seeing what the defense is doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like
Most all their guys are outside the 3-point line as opposed to earlier.
Yeah, look at that.
Ah,
Sanders is a definite foul on
yeah,
that one.
he needs to stay solid there.
Yeah. Was that I'm sick of these guys just hanging on to it and
Yeah.
knock somebody down.
I mean, there you go. Like they have the ball for roughly 30 seconds
Oh,
probably
yeah.
there, and then they get a foul on
Right.
one of the other teams.
and we talked about it
best
earlier.
players.
There is no shot clock in North Carolina basketball. They could hold this for the rest of the game
Yeah.
if they wanted to.
But the middle is so wide open. Like,
All right, so they're back kind of in the same set.
Yeah,
Right.
cut.
That's going to be picked off by Sanders.
dunk
He's
that
going
one.
to dunk that. So the crowd's going to get a little loud. That looked like it could have been an and one in some games, which would have really sent them nuts. And they're going to go back.
To the press. They
Yeah.
got 4 guys on this side of half court though.
And- yep, and
Kellen's
he
a lone
just-
soldier.
Yep, and they're gonna make them pay for that.
They can come over
Well,
to the
Fanning
bar.
just spun right and spun past 3 people. You know,
Yeah.
it was like we all defended him on the left side, so he did a good job getting out of it. Carr's going to dribble. The cameraman's bouncing a little bit. There's going to be a dribble drive right up the middle by
Blocking
Kidd,
foul.
but that's going to get a foul, send him to the line. But every time North's cut it down, look, it's back to 7.
They have the answer.
Yeah, they've been able to come back and score. So East is hanging in there. And traditionally, East has been the best athletic school of the Lincoln County schools. They're used to winning, and that's a tradition that stays with the school. You know, they're like, shoot, we're going to beat North, even though they're better than us.
Yep.
You know, we're going to beat them. We always beat them. So these rival games are tough.
Yeah,
I
you
felt,
can throw the record out.
yeah, I
when
felt
two
last
teams
year
play.
that East was a better team and North beat them twice. So you're right about that. Oh, we got it juggled 4, and it's going to go to East. Carr disagrees. So does his dad. You can see Woody's hands every now and then in the camera screen. And if you subscribe today, I'll be airing the videos with the audience volume. And you can listen for $1.50 a month.
Yeah.
Get you into the that's a foul on Carr. Yes. And it's still 6 points, 31 seconds, 1 quarter. I mean, what do you guys think? He's been up the whole way. I mean, what does North need to do to try to change it where they got to change it on offense or on defense?
Quicker on the screens for help. I never see him bump the cutter either. They never bump the cutter. I don't know why.
Right.
How
We got it.
about Jackson,
We're going to go inbound. Jackson goes out.
which I thought that was kind of this much time left.
Yeah, well, there's 30 seconds in the quarter. Gets a foul there. Carr gets a foul.
I think just taking advantage too of the dribble penetration that they can create. If they have a little bit more spacing and the right players are attacking, that's basically all their baskets have come from that
Right.
this game.
Brings Carr to the free throw line. He's shooting in the 60s too, surprisingly. I think Carson is the #1 free throw shooter for North, and he's shooting 71%. But North doesn't go to the line a lot. It's not a team that goes to the line a lot because we don't do a lot of dribble drive to the basket. That one's going to be in
Not
and
a lot
out.
of post touches.
Right. Oh, he's going to change the call. So at first he gave it to East. Now he's going to change it back to North. Got 23 seconds left. 5-point game
Bucky really big.
here at North Lincoln, exactly. And we've got Chandler back in the game. Kidd, Sanders, Carr. Ditch it out to Zane. Goes back to Carr. He's going to take a long 3, and that's in. So immediately
That's
cut to
good
2
rhythm.
points. Yeah. They're going to be looking for the last shot. That's going to go up, and Kidd with the foul on.
Yeah, and he was on his
Fanning.
elbow.
Yeah, and he's looking for that. He's good at that. He's good at looking for that foul. So that's going to send him to the 3-point line where he's a good free throw shooter for sure.
He's in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, high 80s, I think. So he'll get to shoot 3 here. And the first one's good. What did it say? 6 seconds, I think the clock said. 6 seconds left. So we'll see if North can get a shot after this. I expect he'll make all 3 of these. He could miss one of them.
There it is.
The old
The rare
The
miss,
old-
yep.
commentator jinx. Oh, he never misses.
Who makes the North gets the ball? She might keep it.
Here comes Tanner.
So, I don't know. We're bringing in we're bringing in a rebounder instead of a ball handling or shooter.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to sub.
I think
the
that's
hold up
Hartzell's first break right there. And Fannon's came out.
is. Yeah, he's coming.
Here comes Callan.
Oh, he's gonna put up a 3. It's gonna be short.
Bucket good. Good thing.
They
Oh, yeah.
did count
And
that.
they did count that, didn't they? They didn't at first, but when we came back in, that looked.
I think that was after.
Yes, I agree.
I would think
I
that was
agree.
after.
They're not. Kellen.
They haven't
was
counted
fouled
it.
on the shot.
They haven't counted it yet, but they did count it.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Magically, we can look at if the cameraman would show the scoreboard now, North has 54. So the game is much closer, but I agree. I don't think that went. There's Carr just fighting to get through that
That's a
open.
great
Good
cut.
cut, good pass. basket there by Sanders. You know, moving off the ball is magic, isn't it? You know, it's a simple game, right?
Yep.
You know, I feel like our guys complicated a lot. Got a steal there. Carr's going to pick it up. He's going to make a tough pass to Lineberger. Just won't go. Ugh.
Opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, that was the chance to,
Yeah.
you know, the kids are ready to blow the top off the gym. We get a steal.
Another advanced stat too that I would like to see from this game would be the penetrating passes. North didn't have a whole lot of those in the first half, like passes that penetrate the defense.
Carr with another steal. Well, Sanders going to go with that pull up again. That's going to be off the back iron. Carr's fighting for the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball. Well, he was feeling it. He hit one earlier over there.
That's a good shot. Yeah, we are on that.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Steph Curry came in the league, that's
Yeah.
acceptable, right?
Yeah.
Like 25 years ago.
I wish it was when I was playing.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. You know, not too long ago, the coaches would be like, what are you doing?
No, for real.
Drive at the defender. You know, get a foul, make a layup. And now they're like, okay, yeah, just pull up and shoot in a breakaway.
It's like East is getting tired. They're getting sloppy.
Right.
Yeah, that press is starting to wear on them a little bit.
Exactly.
They broke it, but they're
And-
it's a lot of running down the court.
Yeah, and they have sub, but you're right. I don't think Houston's been out hardly any. And he's had to hold the ball a lot. And now they're asking him to hold it a lot. You know, they're using him to kill the clock mostly.
Penetrating pass out to Fannin.
That's going to go off back iron. But they get the rebound, and he's going to scoop it up. Can't go. Get a rebound. Now Jackson's open. And that
Hard to
goes.
get him to miss 2 in a row.
Yeah, especially when he's waiting on a wide open one right there.
Yep.
And that one, he was actually at the high school line. You know,
The
he
first
wasn't-
one, maybe, that's tonight.
Yeah, where he was actually close. That's going to be a little mid-range off the back iron. I mean, off the backboard. Won't go.
Looking to get back to that ball.
Screen, bringing Fannin off it. Good switch right there by Kellen.
Yeah, yeah. If he'd have passed that, that was going down for a dunk.
Kellen needs his wingspan.
That's
Right.
a good drive
That
there.
was a good drive. Sanders
Oh,
tries
he
to
just
take the
gets the ball.
charge, doesn't get it. We foul him. They don't call it. Obviously, Carr having trouble picking up the dribble, but finally gets control of it.
And again, that's just
Makes
outside the paint. When he gets the ball there, like
Yeah, he's going to score
he
right
can make,
there.
yeah, he can score from that position.
Yeah, he's
very
comfortable
easy.
at that spot. He needs to figure out how to get there more.
Yeah.
And we need to set screens to help get him there.
Yeah,
You know, we don't.
yeah. The only time he gets to that spot is if he drives it
Yes,
to
he-
that spot. He's never
Ooh.
catching it there.
Correct.
Like Davis took that right.
Yeah, right in the kidney or something. He stays down for a while. And we got a tight game. He's having trouble getting up. Trainer comes out. Looks like he'll went to the bench for a short time. What is it, 1 point? I think it's 1 point game. Yes, 59-58 East. This is the closest North's been since the beginning. That's a turnover. Sanders is going to
It's
pick
like
that
they
up.
flipped. I mean, North had all the turnovers the first half.
Right.
East is really starting to struggle.
Hebner with the drive. Little floater. And it's going to fall.
Great touch.
Yeah, that was a good shot. There we go.
Spacing and penetration.
First lead for North, and they call a foul. The cameraman panned away. He didn't think anything would happen right at first.
That was the one they called.
Yeah, that was on Ty Chandler. But, yeah. Well, it was the first lead change, so I think the cameraman wanted to see the score. I can't speak for the cameraman. I'm sure that's what he did. You watching don't know. It might be that I am the cameraman. Uh-oh. Good little cut in. Sanders is going to stand up straight, but they get the foul.
Unbelievable.
They could have called. I like the calls they should have had on Hill. They should have called those ones on Hill. Maybe
Yeah,
not
those
that
looked a
one.
lot rougher.
Yeah, that one was.
You know, and sometimes they're making them up. You can see the fans are
Yeah,
pretty upset
I would
about
say
that one.
That's definitely a makeup call.
Yeah, because Davis was definitely hammered, and they did not call anything. But I looked at the stats before the game. Fanning shot 104 free throws in 16 games.
Yeah, he knows how to get
So
there.
that's a lot. So he gets the calls somehow. You know, it's either he's good at getting them or he knows to get in position. So that kind of goes right along with the stats he's had. So East answered that wave, and they've got back on top. Got Hebner on top here. Got Chandler still in. And we're going to call another timeout. Talk about it. Let's see what the score is. It is 61-60. North Lincoln basketball.
It's on here.
Oh my gosh, that backboard has just not been working for him today, has it? And they trap Jackson, and the East Coast called a timeout when Jackson kind of got trapped there. So he called a timeout, worried about a turnover there. So now they're gonna he just gets by Kellen too easy. So now they're gonna drop back. And they're still in Mayan, right? North here.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's on Jackson. Man.
Another switch. Looks like they're switching a little bit more.
They got
That's
a screen.
the one you got to switch though. That
was a
got
good
lucky.
screen. They got a good offensive rebound. Missed that. It's going to go back to him.
It's chaos.
It's total nuts.
There we go.
After about 4 different turnovers, we're going to get up to the corner of the key. That won't go. Oh,
Good look. Awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward spot to spot up at, but
yeah, it felt like, but both teams just got 3 good looks and missed them all.
Yep.
You know, so the pressure, you feel the pressure at the end of these games, right? Oh boy. So we just throw it right to their guy. He's going to dribble around. He kicks it
Smart
back out.
dribbling
Yep.
out right there.
So they're going to go back out. They leave Fannin open, and they're going to pay for that one. They really left him
Side
open that
dribble.
time. But Ben Hebner's going to cramp here. Oh, God. What kind of long does it take? Does he know he's on camera?
Yeah.
And, hey, guys, all of a sudden, it's back to 4 points for East. You know, it looks like they just don't want to relinquish this lead they've got.
Well, I thought that by Christian right there after the steal and the drive, and Kellen's right there to bring that out was very smart.
Yeah, a lot of kids would have forced that,
Yeah.
and it could have led right back to North getting the ball
They
back.
ended up getting their best shooter.
Right.
shot.
Back to Tanner. He's gonna drive. It just won't go. I mean, in and out. East has the rebound. 4 minutes to go. Fourth quarter.
Caleb's in for Hedley.
Yep. Yep, he's cramping. He's over there eating a mustard
They're on
pack.
This little delay action
Man,
here.
that looked like Sanders hit it out, but that guy just ripped it and lost the ball.
Yeah.
It just flew out of bounds. Now, East is going to disagree with that. But Sanders reached out for it. It looked like he hit it, but I don't know what happened. We'd have to go to the super slow-mo to find that one out. So, almost loses it. Still almost loses it. And they got a foul.
I think they whistled Landon right there.
Yes. Yeah, the number 10. Sanders got lucky. Christian's a good defender. He's
Mhm.
quick. Just can't show him that basketball.
When I watched them play, I watched East play Kings Mountain this year, and you know, Fannin did have a great game shooting from the perimeter, but Christian really was an X factor in that game.
Yes, we're trying to set that screen for Carr, and he's just letting him, that guy, that's a wide open lane for
Yeah,
Caleb
good
as he
take.
just drives down. Right.
Give up
Gave up the sideline.
Yeah. Oh, around he tries to go behind the back though,
Good
and
hands.
it's gonna be stolen. Oh, we're gonna kick it out to a Chandler. He's wide open. Oh, it's gonna just be short, but hey, we got the rebound.
Yep.
That was a good shot. He's been making those the whole game. So,
Ole.
all right, we got Carr. We've opened up. He's gonna pull up for 3 though.
That's off.
Yep, that's gonna. Oh, but we're
Good
gonna get that
hands.
strip
Or-
and stripped again, but it's gonna come back to Carr. He's gonna
Strip.
bobble it. He's gonna miss it.
Get the board.
Get it back, and it's in.
And he's fired up.
Yeah, he's fired up, and that's a lot of Carr's points, man. Down there, just banging into people, and works hard to get that.
There's not many people in the league, I think, that have the touch around the hoop that he does.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with that left hand that throws people off.
Right.
Timing.
Tie game, 2:37. East Lincoln with the ball, and so North is, what would we call this? Just a man press?
Yeah, it looks like a
Oh.
man press.
Pressure.
Yeah. Right now the kids are chanting Butterfingers.
Yeah, they're doubling right off that inbound right away.
Right. No, are we? Did we sub Chandler out? We did. All right, so Ben Hebner's ate a pack of mustard. He's back in. We got a shoving match going on. Now the referee's going to come talk to him about it. What's he saying? Where do you guys get your haircut? It's all the same. I mean, look at them. All 3 of them. You know? a little
handle.
crossover. Goes to, back to Sanders. Man, he looks like he could have made a layup. He didn't, though. He passed it to a cutting Caleb Kidd, who's got 2 in a row. He's cut to the basket hard twice and made those. And the lead is back to North. That press has helped them a little bit. I mean, it's led to some more mistakes by East more than North really getting steals out of it. Oh, look at this. We lose Jackson again, but he's going to be short. Sanders arrived late after he was screened. There's Carr working on 10. There's Hebner's going to drive in. A little floater. Won't go. He's cramping again. So he's down. North playing 4 defenders. Now, by rule, do they have to stop the game?
So
I think so.
I don't think they do.
In soccer, you don't have to stop the game.
I think it's after the possession, unless the offensive team just kind of like goes and says, "Hey, we'll wait." But I
Okay.
think they're allowed to play with the advantage.
I know in soccer, unless it's a head injury or they think it's something serious so he needs help, it's up to the team with the ball to just keep playing. And Fanning gets that 3 open on the side. He's going to miss that one. He's taken a lot of threes this game, but he's made a lot. Sanders is on Fanning again. But, I mean,
See,
right now,
here-
killing some time is probably a good thing, right?
yeah.
Because he's thinking about shooting a 3 or driving him. Yep, and he's going to go around him and kick out to an open Chandler. That's going to be short, but he gets his own rebound. And North retains possession. That's a good play.
Resets
Good
the
drive,
shot
good kick. He's open as a good shooter. Yeah, resets the shot clock. Now Carr's going to go around, but I think that's a reach around on Fanning. They called a foul there. Man, that would have exploded the gym if he made that one. That looked good. It was just short.
It did. It's a good shot.
How much more pressure is on you when there's a minute left and the ball game's tied and you're shooting a 3 than in the
And
first quarter?
you're a freshman.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Is it North up 2?
I think yes. North is up 2. There's Sanders going to dribble down, bounce past the kid. Oh, he's going to go to the hoop again. That
That's a
is
good
in.
finish.
Yeah. Now they'll call that taunting technical in a heartbeat, right? Got to be careful. I mean, this game isn't over. It's a 4-point game. Hartzell's going to put up a 3. That's going to be short. And now the North kids are starting to celebrate. Carr gets it. They're going to foul him on purpose. Hopefully we'll see the scoreboard. The foul count is only 2. 3 now for them. But it is a 4-point game. They got to foul 2 more times, 26 seconds before North even shoots. And I know you've heard me on these videos. I've gone over it multiple times. There's 5 fouls, shoots 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, how do you like that game? Now that you've seen it in play half a season.
I thought it would impact it more. I thought I'd notice it more, but I like it.
Oh my gosh. I'm torn on it. I like the idea, but boy, at the end of games, what I miss is a North kid having to make the first one. I really love that pressure of the 1-and-1.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if you're down by 10 and you keep fouling, they got to make one free throw to get the second one.
Right.
And I love that pressure where it felt like your team can come back. Now I feel like, gosh, they fouled Kellen here. And I feel like it's much more disheartening knowing he's going to get to take 2 no matter what.
Right. That makes sense.
But I'm not, they're piling out on the east side. It might be early though, right? I mean, it's only a
That
4-point
seems a little
game.
early.
You got the best 3-point shooter in the conference on your team.
I think they're trying to get the cookout before the
You're
line.
right,
That's
right.
big.
And like I said earlier, there it is.
That misses.
North is a terrible free throw shooting team. I mean, as a team, they're shooting in the low 60s. As a team. Right? So there's 4 points. He missed the first one. Zane is back in. That's probably, they like Zane defensively. So he's in maybe for defense.
Put him in a foul.
Okay, so it's a 5-point game, 17 seconds. Should be winnable right here.
Put him in a foul.
Yep. And North has 2 fouls to give, right? They had 2, so they can foul twice. That's a good play, right? Don't let them run a play. Let them foul, start over. 12 seconds, 5-point game here at North Lincoln. Big rivalry game. About 15% of the East students piled out, like Cody said, to get first in line at cookout. But
All the
no
way
help
to the hoop.
defense on that. They're going to let him. What's your guys' opinion on that? You know, you don't want to foul, maybe,
No, but why would you?
but why do you want to give them just that free
You
lane?
can't give them free.
And I
lane
see it
right
in
there.
every level
Yeah.
of basketball. Teams think, oh, well, we're up by 5.
And I think they were also staying attached to those shooters. I think they were pretty scared of the 3 ball
Right.
hurting them worse.
Right.
But
Because you got Davis Hill and, of course, Jackson.
love this option.
Yeah, I
here.
love this. And for a team, if you've been watching North play all year, our inbound has been atrocious.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, we turn it over and lead to layups against. How many times did Ashbrook score a layup
Right.
for our inbound below our own basket?
Yep.
So I really like that. A good play that got it to, I think, the second best free throw shooter on the team anyway. Even though he was 50% the first time. What's your guys' opinion on nobody here? As a free throw shooter, is there more pressure when you feel like, oh God, I'm up here all by myself?
It could rattle some kids. That's for sure. You know, I shot like
they're all
90% from the free throw line, so it didn't matter for me.
Right. You're right. Heck yeah. That was back in the old days when guys were mentally tough, right? No, but I mean, I know, of course, and I like the support, even if you only have one kid up there. I don't know. Do you have to have both? I don't know.
No, you can have one.
You know, like say if he misses the first one, you got one of your guys to say, hey, F these guys.
Yep.
You know, you got the second one, which he does miss the first one. I mean, he makes one and the game is definitely over, right? It's a 3-point game.
Yeah.
There's 6 seconds. He's got to make one, the game's over, unless it's a 3-point foul and a make.
Not to mention if he makes it, you have pressure right there. Or if he misses it, you have pressure.
Right, if you have guys on the block. All right.
Right.
He knows he missed that one because he went for
Yep.
it. And he left too early, right?
Yeah, he left early. The
Yes.
shooter has to wait.
Yeah, he knew he was missed that one.
Right,
All right.
if you had guys there, he wouldn't have went that quick.
Correct.
Right? You know
All
what I
right, well,
mean?
here we go. You know, a change of events. Those kids going to cookout probably wish they were coming back, right? There's 6 seconds. East is down by 3. A 3-pointer ties this game, right? 6.9 seconds.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Lean back in and get probably the foul.
Well, we don't have a foul to give now. All right,
Good
Chandler
thing.
kind of goes. They give it to Jackson all the way. It's kind of a high dribble. He's going to get a 3 off. Oh, goodness.
That was close.
Back iron. Yeah, I mean, that
that's
could have went
as
in.
good of a look as-
North is going to celebrate, and really, in my opinion, they're going to skip out of here with a hurt Ingstram and a lot of turnovers, and really not their A game. I mean, I think it's,
Right.
they did.
I mean,
They
if
should
East
be happy
doesn't,
with this win.
right, if East doesn't turn it over as much as they did there down the stretch, East wins that game.
Yep, and they're going to.
It literally slipped out of their hands.
Yeah, they kind of let it get away there at the end. And at the end of the game, I'm going to put the stats up. So I started doing that on these games. We're going to shake hands here.
But North losing one of their best players is a big adjustment again.
Correct.
And to fight
Yeah.
through it. And still
And there's
get
the
win.
final 69-66. I want to thank Cody and Tim for helping out on this game. And I post the stats up there. You can pause them, look at them longer. But hey, see you next time at North Lincoln.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Sweet.